we are right now, I guess, one of the key institutions for Latino Hispanic businesses in Nebraska. That's how I see our organization. So we saw the need of an structural and community-driven need. So there's the community in Nebraska was in need of something that can represent the business community with, originally was the idea with authorities and dignitaries in Omaha only. But throughout the years, other communities within the state, they saw the same need. We in rural Nebraska is a little different than Omaha. So they called us and said, hey, instead of being Omaha Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, is there any way that we can work together and do it Nebraska Hispanic Chamber of Commerce? So we saw that need across the state. That's how we started with this and one of the landmarks that we have. Then the former establishment of as an organization and nonprofit was our second goal, our second challenge that we have. So how are we going to create this when 20 years ago the anti-immigration sentiment was strong? I don't know how what's the difference right now, but I can tell you that back then we faced a lot of struggles with that. So we created the 501c6 back then. Then we created programs. We were just trying to figure what we're going to do. Is that going to be like an advocacy thing? We're going to advocate for Latino Hispanic business, or we're going to offer training, what we want to do. So that's what one of the decisions that we have made, and another challenge, because the community needed an organization like our organization. We had a couple of organizations then that were offering things in Spanish, but again, they were struggling with the same things, the same challenges, the sentiment. What's going to happen? Is that going to be successful? The Latino Hispanic community is large enough so we can sustain this. So anyways, we created a foundation now. We had a 501c6 that we created that foundation, and that's another challenge that we have, because we need a 501c3 in order to provide to the ones that they didn't have in resources. So we were dedicating our time and our efforts, and the challenge that we have go through were basically to exist first and create an structure that can be strong enough to face the different things and changes in society. So then after the 501c6, we finally said, you know what we're going to work at any other chamber of commerce. We're going to offer platforms to network. We don't want two communities, we want only one community. We can work with all the chambers of commerce, the traditional chambers of commerce, and help them and help us to understand what are the challenges to create business in Nebraska.
I think collaboration and partnership is crucial because you can't go wrong. And we're siloed in our communities. You know, the segregation doesn't help anybody.
Absolutely, and this is, and you pointed you nailed it, because originally when we created this organization, we want to serve Latino Hispanic businesses, but again, we didn't want two communities, we want one. What happened in Omaha, creating a Nebraska Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we didn't want to happen across the state. We wanted to work together, collaborate. Now, I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. But you know what, since I came in, the energy and the vibe was awesome, and it's so nice to see la raza, la gente, oh my gosh, I understand. So